you think men are important?
Like for what?
So if you look at how everybody was reacting, like, just, it really shows how the women kind of feeling like they don't need men even back then. But let's continue watching, and just seeing the look on their faces is so hilarious.
We need men. See if I can run this back into the tape of my mind.
That's not what you said. You said, how do you feel about men? Are men important? Are men important?
Yeah, you said for what?
Okay.
And I said, well, like, would you need one would you need to marry at this stage of your life? Would that be something to do?
Well, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't want to do that. If I met the right man, I would certainly entertain the idea. I like men a lot. I mean, I have nothing against them. I think they're great. You know, I think that, this is going to get me in trouble with all the women, but I think that women make unreasonable demands on men, and they don't make reasonable demands of themselves.
What's that mean?
Because I think...
Now, look at how angry they look. Like, you bitch. It's like they look angry and disappointed at the statement that Cher just made, right? The fact that she's in this situation holding women accountable. Now, this isn't to say that, you know, she doesn't feel some type of way about men. I've seen other clips where she said stuff where it's like, I don't know about that one, you know. But in this situation, it's like, the truth is, Cher was just trying to clarify what specifically do we need men for. And women in this audience, you know what I'm saying, had that reaction like, yeah, we don't need men, you know what I'm saying, da, 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 da. And now that Cher has flipped it, they look like they want to beat her up. Anyway,
women have the capability to do everything that they want to do, anything that they want to do, and it's easier to try to get it out of a guy. And I just, you know.
So this particular clip really shows that even back then there was sort of an I don't need men type of attitude amongst many women, and something like that is probably one of the most dangerous seeds to be planted, or beliefs to have when it comes to actually building a relationship with a man that's serious. Because in the back of the woman's mind, it's always going to be like, you know, I don't need you, or, you know, that she may always be looking for like the next best thing, or she may kind of basically adopt a you know, I deserve the absolute best, which means, you know, Brad Pitt needs to walk through the door or something like that. Or she may even look down on the guy that she's with and, you know, treat him a certain type of way, or step out or something like that. When we have those negative feelings about groups of people, opposite sexes, so on and so forth, it becomes an excuse to mistreat them. It becomes an excuse to take half their money, or, you know, child support, or cheat on them, or not value them in general. So that belief, in my opinion, is absolute poison. Now, I'm not going to say that a woman should remain in an abusive relationship or be devalued or mistreated by a man that she's with. I'm just saying that if you have that belief that I don't need a man in general, and you're like poking your chest out, at some point you're gonna push the guy away, or you're gonna leave. I think it would be better to say, I don't need a man so bad that I'm willing to put up with abuse. Something like that. If you were to say that, I'd be like, okay, I got you. I get it. You know, I don't need a man so bad that I'm willing to put up with being heavily mistreated or whatever. Sometimes things happen, people make mistakes, and it's up to that couple to really kind of work it out, or separate, or whatever. But I think once we get into the ego too deeply, it really has the potential to fracture any kind of a possible legacy that you can build with a particular man or woman. It just gives you excuses to mistreat them because of your ego, or to expect so much out of them while providing so little of yourself. because you deserve the best. And you shouldn't have to do anything for the person that you care about. They should just be pouring into you and sitting down and shutting up, right? Because that's what men are good for, or that's what women are good for. So it's this particular clip is just very telling, because it's some people saw the first clip and was like, oh, Cher feels this way. But if you see the whole thing, she actually feels a whole nother way, and she's trying to hold women accountable. And she's speaking about how women aren't holding themselves accountable in the full clip. I think Cher is just sort of an odd individual, and as she just answered it differently. And I understand. I have I have answered questions or asked for clarification myself in the past, and people are like, oh, well, he means this. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. So I get it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this particular piece of content, feel free to express yourself by the many means available on this page. As I said, I have a book, Who Is Your God? It's available on Amazon.com. Feel free to check it out. Plenty of things in the videos that I'm posting that you can find within the book, as far as like the breakdown and stuff like that. The book will change your life or something. Anyway, yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And have a good one.